A person running a race, their focus is centered on the movement of their body, the strength of their muscles, their breathing, and the sensation of the ground beneath their feet. They are living in the moment, completely absorbed in their present activity. For this person, time seems to disappear. They don't even realize the tiredness in their body. The person just continues running until they reach the finish line. This is an example of a flow state, a state of concentration in which a person is completely focused on their work. And did you know that this state can increase your levels of happiness and satisfaction? Let's learn more about it. Let's go. Mihai Csikszentmihalyi was a positive psychologist who popularized the concept of flow. Csikszentmihalyi and other researchers discovered the experience of flow by conducting interviews with people who have left a significant mark in history, with accomplishments in literature, science, music, rock climbing, dancing, and chess, as well as other areas such as sailing and computer programming. According to Csikszentmihalyi, flow can be described as being completely involved in an activity for its own sake. The ego falls away, time flies. Every action, movement, and thought follows inevitably from the previous one, like playing chess. Your whole being is involved and you're using your skills to the utmost. Csikszentmihalyi also pointed out 10 factors that accompany the experience of flow. Here are some of them. Feelings of serenity and a loss of self-consciousness. People know that the task is doable and that there is a balance between skill level and the challenge presented. People experience timelessness, or a distorted sense of time, which involves feeling so focused on the present that you lose track of time passing. Flow is a common and universal experience that can happen to people of all ages, cultures, and backgrounds. When in a state of flow, people can be their most creative, productive, and happiest selves. Some of the benefits of entering a flow state include intrinsic motivation, fulfillment and happiness, increased performance, and emotional regulation. We can clearly see that entering a state of flow is definitely beneficial to us. So how can we do that? The flow requires all your brain power applied to a single mission. That's what Johan Harris says in the book Stolen Focus. For you to enter the flow state, you need to have precise and clearly defined goals. The task you are going to perform needs to require specific responses, so you can be totally immersed in the present rather than wondering what you should do next. A flow state might occur during a game of chess, for example. During the time period of the game, the participant has very precise goals and responses, allowing attention to be completely centered on the game during the period of play. You aren't likely to achieve flow if you are doing an activity that's not interesting to you. It's much easier to pay attention to things that are important to you. Steven Kotler, one of the world's leading experts on human performance, says that curiosity is one of the most important things when it comes to being motivated to do something. He also says that when we're curious about something, we don't have to struggle. We don't have to burn a lot of calories trying to pay attention to it. Therefore, choosing an activity that you are truly interested in can set you up for entering the flow state. Research shows that if we are performing a task and are interrupted, it takes approximately 23 minutes for us to come back to the same state of focus. It is more challenging to experience flow if there are things in your surroundings competing for your attention. If you want to achieve flow, you need to be in an environment that offers you the least number of distractions as possible. Remember to put away your phone and let people know that you are going to do something that requires total concentration. It is also important that you feel comfortable. You can listen to instrumental or classical music. You can also use noise-canceling headphones. Just make sure that you won't be interrupted. This last tip is something I found very interesting. When a challenge is bigger than one's level of skills, one becomes nervous and stressed. However, when the level of skill exceeds the size of the challenge, one becomes bored and distracted. To enter flow state, you need to perform a task that is at the limit of your abilities, but not beyond them. Let's imagine a climber with average experience. If she climbs a brick wall, the chances of her entering the flow state are practically non-existent, because it is such an easy task. On the other hand, if she tries to climb Mount Everest, she'll start to feel nervous, and the experience won't put her in the flow state either. Ideally, she should climb a mountain that is a little higher than the one she climbed the last time. The challenge would be at the limit of her abilities, but not beyond that. She would focus because while it is something doable, it is also something that requires her maximal abilities. As Csikszentmihalyi explains, flow also happens when a person's skills are fully involved in overcoming a challenge that is just about manageable. So it acts as a magnet for learning new skills and increasing challenges. Getting into a state of flow can make your activities more interesting and enjoyable. When in a state of flow, you can perform better and also elevate your skills. I was really surprised when I learned about this. I definitely experience flow when I am reading, and I recently experienced it when editing my last video. I was so concentrated that time just flew by. Please let me know if you have experienced flow state and how that made you feel. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Have a lovely day or night, and don't forget to like and subscribe, please. That will help me a lot. I'll see you in the next one. Have a lovely day or night. Bye.